Ejunto presents A Brief Biography of James Monroe by W.A. Peters. James Monroe, the 5th President of the United States, was born in September 1759 on the banks of the Potomac in the county of Westmoreland, Virginia. His ancestors had for many years resided in the province in which he was born, and one of them was among the first patentees of that province. Young Monroe was at 17 years of age, in the process of completing his classical education at the College of William and Mary, when the colonial delegates assembled at Philadelphia to deliberate upon the unjust and manifold oppressions of Great Britain, declared the separation of the colonies, and promulgated the Declaration of Independence. His youth precluded him from taking any part in the controversies which had agitated the country from the first attempt to enforce the Stamp Act. But upon the first formation of the American Army, young Monroe, at that period 18 years of age, left his college and proceeded to General Washington's headquarters at New York, enrolled himself in the Army as a cadet in the regiment commanded by Colonel Mercer, and shared all the defeats and privations which attended the footsteps of Washington through the disastrous battles of Flatbush, Harlem Heights, and White Plains. He was present at the succeeding evacuation of New York and Long Island, at the surrender of Fort Washington, and the retreat through New Jersey. He stood with Washington on the banks of the Delaware to contend with the British invader, and at the Battle of Trenton he led the vanguard, and in charging the enemy received a wound in his left shoulder. This bravery secured his promotion to a captaincy of infantry, which position he assumed after his recovery from the wound. Soon after this he became an officer on the staff of Lord Stirling, and later exerted himself to collect a regiment for the Virginia line. Failing in this, he entered the office of Mr. Jefferson, at that time Governor of Virginia, and pursued the study of law, serving at the same time as a volunteer. He was next promoted by Mr. Jefferson to the position of military commissioner, to inquire into the condition of the Southern Army under DeKalb. His talents were such that the country needed him in a higher field, and in 1782 he was elected a member of the legislature of Virginia, and by that body he was elevated to a seat in the Executive Council, where he displayed such extraordinary talent that in the succeeding year he was chosen a member of Congress, and from 1783 to 1786 was an industrious and useful member. In 1784 he was appointed one of 9 commissioners to act as judges in a controversy between the states of Massachusetts and New York. During his attendance in Congress at New York, he married Miss Courtwright of that city, who was not only celebrated for her beauty, but for her accomplishments of mind and eloquence.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?